It's about how to control Meta ads frequency. So the question is whether are we able to control Meta ads frequency? The answer is no and yes at the same time. So there are certain objectives that allows you to control frequency, which is under awareness. There is a reach objective or reach optimization that you can kind of set, like for minimum how many times you want your audience to see the ad in 7 days, or maximum how many times you want your audience to see your ad, on the maximum. But I always do not recommend reach or awareness objective, because the objective itself do not allow us to target action-based audiences. So if you're running ads just to let the whole world know about certain thing without looking forward for any action, like visiting your website and stuff like that, that is fine. Otherwise, this ad would actually kind of reach everyone. You will probably reach a lot of people at a really low cost, but it's not targeted. So yeah, if you're okay with that, then go ahead. Otherwise, in most of the cases, especially the clients that I work with are usually small, medium businesses. We always want to get the result right away. Like, we have very limited ads budget. The moment we spend on Meta, we want to try to start getting results right away, whether it's purchase, whether it's lead and stuff like that. So if you are under this category, most of these action-based objectives do not allow us to have frequency control. But in order to have a frequency control, another thing I want to talk about is, why do we not want to have frequency control? The main reason is we want to make sure that our ads are being optimized for the right audience. Like, for example, as I always do, I break my audience generally into two categories. One is the top of funnel, which is essentially new people. It is important for the top of funnel campaign to constantly reach more and more new people, because it's number game, right? The more people we can reach, the more likely that we are able to bring enough people to come to our website, and with the objective that we are targeting, we might be getting the result that we want, such as the purchase and leads and stuff like that. And whereas on the other hand, for retargeting, especially for e-commerce, retargeting is essential because theoretically most people won't buy in their first encounter with you, but it's important that you follow them at the right timing for the optimum duration and optimum frequency. Like, for example, if you do a 7 days retargeting, you want to make sure that you reach these people as many times as possible within the first 7 days. Usually our target frequency is 3 to 5. So when you kind of break your audience in this way, then we have two ways to control the frequency. First, for top of funnel, it is actually to apply exclusion. Very straightforward. In fact, you should actually exclude people who have recently encountered or engaged with your post or advertisement. So that would help you effectively push those people who have recently engaged with your ad or even your post, which usually your fans, your followers and stuff like that, to stop seeing your ad. So that frees up your top of funnel campaign to reach more and more people. So that's the main purpose, right? Now, when it comes to retargeting, it's important that you know how much that you need to spend. Say, for example, if you're doing a 7-day retargeting and you're spending like $10 and your frequency is about like 2, then you probably want to up the spend a little bit, maybe to push it to above 3, because usually when it comes to retargeting, our ideal frequency is between 3 to 5. But if you are actually way higher, like 7, then it's really the time that you reduce the budget. So this is really the simplest way to control the frequency in an optimized meta ad strategy, whereby you have a top of funnel running and a retargeting running. But having said that, I want to say, although frequency is important for us to achieve the objective, like, reach more people and reach the right people at the right duration, it is not the only metric that we need to pay attention to, because frequency sometimes, even at the top of funnel, if it's slightly higher, but it's actually getting you the result, and it's fine. But there are other metrics that you can look into, like your CTR, your CPM and all that. These are all important metrics. They may affect your result as well. Like, for example, if your CPM is really at a high side, then you are probably, running ads at a really expensive side, which is going to definitely get your cost per result to be higher and stuff like that. Or if your CTR is lower, then your ad is definitely not effective. Then you are probably not optimizing the dollar and cents that you're spending on meta ads. So these are all the metrics that we always look at. So it's, instead of just focusing on the frequency, I would strongly recommend that you learn how to look at the entire meta ads optimization or the metrics, to really define or decide whether your campaign is doing well or not. If it's good, then what is good? Is the CTR? Is it the CTR or the CPM that is doing well? Or is it because your landing page is converting so well that, like 60% of those visitors land to your site actually add to cart? That's awesome. But then again, we need to find out what's really leaking in the whole funnel. That's why I always recommend that, running ads is the easiest part. But if you are not sure whether your campaign is working or not, then I would definitely recommend that you book a one-on-one discussion with me. So this is actually a direct booking that you can book a 30-minute or 60-minute Zoom call with me. We can do a lot of things with this one. So if you have been running ads, you want to look at the metrics and to build a plan, that's the easiest part. Scan this QR code, book a 30 minutes will do. But if you are new to the campaign and you are kind of like, you need somebody to come and walk you through on setting up the campaign, understanding the feature and all that, then you can actually book a 60-minute. If you have certain thing, like let's say some clients actually, they have their creative ready or they have their plan ready, you can just book a 30 minutes to run through the plan, give you some feedback and opinion based on whatever that you already have, to make sure that you actually kind of get the most everything prepared before we launch everything into the market itself, right? So yeah, anything, if you believe something that can be done within 30 minutes, go for that. If you need to go for the 60-minute, especially if you want me to set up the campaign with you, then go for that. Yeah, scan this QR code and I look forward to work with you.